I get exhausted when I see people making declarations on a video that has nothing to do with that. Right? So prime example, the other day, and I see this I delete them, I block the comments. Everybody doesn't want to start a business, Ericka. Y'all always pushing everybody start a business. Some people just want to show up to work. Now let me be very clear. Like 90% of the stuff you're watching on YouTube about earning more money and getting side hustles and doing all this stuff, what ends up happening is people get burnt out or they get frustrated. Why? Because they realize at some point they want 7 to 10 grand off their side hustle with doing an extra 5 hours a week work on the end of the weekend, right? They don't really want to take a full accountability that says, hey, I'm not making enough. So what do I need to do? I need to either switch careers or I need to go and do what? Full-time this hustle that I keep calling a side hustle, right? Because it just isn't a side hustle. It really isn't. Most people realize they don't make enough money. They don't like their job. They don't like who they work with. And then they go, well, I'm just looking for a side hustle. And then 10 years later, they're still looking for side hustles. So really the truth factor is you do want to be your own boss. You want somebody to pay you the money you think you deserve, which is whatever, 60, 70,000, 80,000 a year, whatever the number is, put it on there. And what's the funny part is you don't want to do a lot of work for it. So every time I see these people post these little comments of, well, everybody ain't meant to be a boss, Ericka. Everybody don't want to have their own business. And the first thing I go is, why are you here then? Well, Ericka, I just want to hear the gems on, starting a business, or, I just want to see where I can make some extra money. Now, this whole channel, the Classy Climb channel, is about you climbing to the next level, whatever that may be for you. And because I understand a lot of you will not climb into owning your own business, that's why I brought on tech. That's why I brought on a lot of people to talk about how to get paid more in careers. But the funny thing is, it's the same people complaining about everybody don't want to start a business. They have yet to do what? Get a little $100, $200, $500 class, apply themselves and go get a job that pays them more money. You cannot legislate people to treat you better. You cannot legislate that bosses give you raises and hire you. Again, I told y'all just the other week, we had the Juice Land kids go on strike, only to turn around and have to get right back off strike the next day because Texas is a right to work state and they ain't no kind of union, okay? And what people have to understand is you're sitting here saying, well, Ericka, I need a livable wage. Juice Land is very woke. They're paying these people $15 an hour. They're paying managers $50, $60K a year. What does livable wage mean? And when you really try to pinpoint people down on livable wage, they don't really have an answer. They just want it to be wide open so that, it could be $80K a year. Well, they live in California. They need a livable wage of $100K a year. It's just vague answer. That's BS. Because you and I both know in order for you to get the livable wage you desire, it's up to you. You're in a capitalistic society. And see, one dude said, well, some people like being a school teacher. There's nothing wrong with you being a school teacher, but you got the whole summer off. You only work 9 months out of the year. So what are you going to do with your summer? Most teachers tutor, go work a second job anyway. So why not craft some small business, some side hustle, quotations that you love talking about side hustles, and tutor kids and create online courses or do whatever it takes for you to get the income you think is a livable wage. It's really sad that people will go on the internet on pages where all the energy is about creating a new, being in alignment, getting the respect you deserve, protecting your mental health, building income, indestructible income. And the first thing you say is, well, everybody don't want to be a boss. That's fine, sir. Then be quiet. Be quiet. We've heard that argument for 30 years now, since 1980s, that, well, everybody ain't meant to be their own boss, Ericka. Okay, then. Go to your job, shut your mouth, take your money, and put 20% of your money away for the next 40 years. And that's your choice. But that's the answer. I know you don't like the answer because you keep fighting me on it. But the answer is go work your job or your career, because most people have jobs. 90% of people have just jobs. They don't have a career. Go work that job, Go home in the afternoon, watch Netflix, go home on the weekend, have your cookouts, enjoy your kids and your family. But please, for the love of Pete, stay off these internet streets crying every day, talking about everybody don't want to start their own business. It's really funny to me that these same people running around talking about Bitcoin, and they don't even want to be responsible for starting their own business. Come on, baby. You know what I mean? Like if you know your future is the next 40 years, you just have to keep investing for the next 40 years. Be on that track and be fine with it. But don't come over here every 2 minutes letting us know, well, I don't want to start a business. I just want the gems every 2 weeks. I just want to keep hearing the same stuff every 3-4 years and don't move, don't make no investments. Just be full of emotion. Prime example, I talked with Diamond Dave on the stock channel, and I talked about, you don't like what's going on podcasting, you don't like what's going on the radio. Why don't you own stocks so you can have actual conversations as a shareholder? iHeartMedia is $22. iHeartMedia and Spotify and all these other companies, they have shares, they have stocks. But see, that will require you to be responsible. And that's not really what you're asking for. What you're really asking for is, hey, I want to complain about my situation. I want to say how unfair life is. I want to say how I should be paid more, even though we don't know your skill level. You keep telling us you're so skilled. I don't know why nobody's offered you this money. I don't understand. Because there's a labor shortage, okay? So if there's a labor shortage and you say you worth $100K, then you should be getting $100K, right? Okay. So again, maybe I need to work on my lead generation or who the channel is directed to, but every day coming on this man's internet complaining about how you're being treated out here in this world, and then want to take no responsibility, nobody wants to hear that. I even did a video talking about, why warehouse work is so important, and so many guys, mostly men, but also women, like warehouse work. And first comment is low stress. You just focus on your task and nobody bothers you. And that's what a lot of people want. A lot of people wish this country, the whole Donald Trump thing, a lot of people wish we go back to the 1980s where they could just show up at a factory, laugh and joke on the line, pack some boxes, get some giggles in, and then, go home. That's it. And then have a pension. Be like, I worked all these years. What do I have to show for it? That's up to you. You are responsible for you. How you put away for your future is up to you. Right? There's all these people, especially in our community, who love saying, well, the government owes us this. Yeah, the government owes you that. Have we seen it? The Tulsa, Oklahoma folks is 107 years, 107. And one woman's 100 and something, 100 years old, and another one's 102. For sure, they're owed that money, but what if they don't even live to see that money? Their children may get that money. I just want you to understand, people literally have gone to fight. I mean, I've seen people at funerals, I've seen people in events fighting each other because somebody owed them $200. And people be like, well, Ericka, it's the principle. It's the principle. They owe me $200. It's the principle. And that's true. It's the principle. But nobody owes you more than you owe you. You owe you to have a good life. You owe yourself to take care of your wife and your children. When you married that woman, it was not for better for worse, good health, 50-50. No, it was for you to take care of your family, to protect and provide for your family. And that doesn't mean we're all going to make six figures, but I'm going to tell you what, you can't sit here and go, y'all just want too much. You agreed to marry that woman. Okay? You made those children. And the number one thing I love about Country Wayne, hands down, I love some Country Wayne, because he said when he was 20, 21, or 22, and he had all these kids and all these women pregnant, he knew from that day forth he could not make any more excuses. He had to make at least $10K every month, and that was his goal, and he's kept up to that to this day. And that's it. A lot of these guys are out here going, well, I'm on child support and alimony's taking me down. Nobody made you sleep with that woman. Nobody made you do any of those things. Why are you crying about this? Nobody forced that on you. You made those decisions. You made those kids. That's the worst part of it. They be on the internet being completely unaccountable. Like, I just don't know. She laid on me and took me and now I have a kid. Like, come on, man. This stuff is crazy. And even the worst is the arguments are like, I'm paying for kids I don't see. Sir, that's you. That's your job to fight for those kids that if you feel they need to see you, you need to be fighting for them. Period. Okay? So again, not to get off on a tangent, but I had to. I want you to understand, like, you coming on these various channels arguing about why this business won't work and that business won't work. And the funniest thing is when I see you guys hop from channel to channel to channel to channel, and I mention, I found this person today. Because honestly, I'm a business person and I'm a creator. So I really don't get to watch as much YouTube as I think I might would like. Or, I get to drop in and out and people send me links and I check it out. Because I'm creating. Because I'm making things, because I'm building things, because I'm hiring folks, because I'm managing folks. Like today took all day managing trucks. And what I want people to understand is sometimes when you're creating, you don't have time to be watching all these channels. But a lot of folks keep watching all these channels and hopping from creator to creator to creator because they want to be inspired. And there's nothing wrong with being inspired, but you also have to at some point take some kind of accountability and some action and actually start something. Actually make something, change your actual life, because really at the end of the day, that's all that can change your life is you. Now I'm going on tour this fall and I'll be doing announcements later this week on it, and I hope to see you there. Right, I'll be on the West Coast and the East Coast. California knows how to party. But that's the problem. I want to see people at this conference, and I want to see in a year from now you really take off and have massive impact in your own life. That's the goal. Everything else is, it's fun, it's inspirational, it's motivational. But the goal is for you to win, is to succeed. And I hope you accomplish that. So again, I love the energy that you bring in your debate on why you shouldn't, start your own business. I love it. Keep coming out here telling me why you shouldn't start your own business. That's like you saying, I can't be responsible. I don't like it. I just don't want to do it. Well, then be quiet. Why you keep telling us about that? We don't need to know your level of responsibility. We don't care. Anyways, you guys, this is your girl, Ericka, Classy Clown Blog. Later.